So, why does marketing matter so much more in 2026? Let me ask you a question. If you were selling your home today, what do you think would make the biggest difference in how much it sells for? Most people will say price, some people say timing, others say it's the market. But here's the truth, most sellers don't realize until after the fact. The way your home is marketed has a massive impact on the final result. And in 2026, that's more true than ever. Because selling a home today isn't just about putting it on the market and waiting. It's about how it shows up online, how it makes the buyers feel, and how many people you can get emotionally invested before they even step through the door. So, today I want to walk you through why marketing has become such a critical part of selling your home, what's changed in the market, and what it actually looks like when it's done properly. If you are planning to sell this year, next year, or even just thinking about it, this is going to give you a completely different perspective on how your sale should be approached. Let's get right into it. Selling a home today is not what it used to be. So let's rewind for a few seconds. Think back to those years when homes were selling in a weekend, in a day, in less than 24 hours. Multiple offers, lines of showings, it felt almost effortless. Back then, the market was doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But today, buyers have more options. They're more cautious with their money. Interest rates have changed how people think about affordability. So instead of rushing, buyers are comparing. They're asking more questions. They're visiting multiple homes. They're also analyzing value. And when buyers behave like that, presentation suddenly matters a lot more. Because now your home isn't just competing on price, it's competing on perception. And perception is shaped almost entirely by marketing. So let's talk about your first showing. Your first showing happens on screen, not at your house. Here's something I tell every seller I meet. Your home gets shown hundreds of times before it even gets shown once. Because the first real showing happens online. Think about your own habits for a second. When you're scrolling through listings, what makes you stop? It's the home that feels bright, inviting, and well presented. Not the ones with the dark photos, cluttered rooms, or a description that just lists features like your grocery receipt. Buyers today are making emotional decisions long before they book that first showing. So if your home looks average online, it immediately blends in with all the other homes that are for sale. But when the marketing is strong, something shifts. Buyers don't just see a property, they start imagining their life there. And once a buyer imagines their life in your home, you're no longer competing the same way. So let's talk about how marketing protects your price. Let's talk about something real for a moment. Two homes can be for sale almost identical. The same layout, the same neighborhood, the same size, the same street, but one sells faster and for more money. Why is that? Because one created more demand. And demand comes from exposure and presentation. When more buyers feel excited about your home, you create that urgency. And urgency changes your negotiations. Instead of buyers asking, how low will they go? They start asking, what do I need to do to win this one? That shift alone can mean thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. So when we talk about marketing, we're not talking about fluff. We're talking about leverage. So what does strong marketing actually looks like today? It starts with preparation because even the best marketing can't fix a home that isn't presented well. Then comes professional visuals, high quality photos, videos, sometimes even lifestyle shots that help buyers picture themselves living there. Next is the storytelling. Not just 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, but how the space feels, how it flows, what kind of life it creates. Then there's the exposure. Social media campaigns, email marketing, targeted audience, because the goal isn't just to list your home, the goal is to launch it. That is a big difference. A listing goes live, a launch creates excitement, and excitement drives traffic. So, what about the psychology behind the buyer decisions? Buying a home is not just a financial decision, it's an emotional one. Buyers want to feel something when they walk in. They want to feel comfort, they want to feel possibility, they also want to feel connection. Marketing sets the stage for that emotion. If the experience feels premium, buyers perceive more value. If the experience feels average, they assume the home is average. It's human nature. And that's why the way your home is presented can influence how buyers perceive what it's worth. Next is what happens if marketing is just an afterthought. Here's the part most sellers don't see until it's too late. When marketing is minimal, homes don't necessarily fail right away, they just lose momentum quietly. Fewer showings, more hesitation, longer days on market, and eventually price reductions. By the time that happens, the home feels stale to buyers. And once a listing feels stale, it becomes much harder to create that urgency again. That's why the strategy has to be from day one. So, how can sellers prepare right now? If you're thinking about selling, here's what I recommend. Start earlier than you think you need to. Declutter. Make small improvements. Think about how your home will photograph. And most importantly, talk about strategy before you list. Because when you approach your sale like a product launch instead of just a transaction, the results are usually very different. So, if you remember one thing from this conversation, let it be this. In 2026, marketing isn't just part of selling your home, it's one of the biggest factors in how successful that sale will be. The right strategy creates attention. Attention creates demand, and demand protects your price. If you're curious about what a custom marketing plan for your home could look like, feel free to reach out to me or drop a comment below. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more straight talk on real estate. I will see you in the next video, but in the meantime, if you have any questions about a great marketing plan, make sure to give me a quick call, or you can always email me at jeanricher@jeanricher.com. Merci beaucoup et bonne journée.